All right, folks, NVIDIA in just about an hour or so, all betting is the company crushes the number. The shares have surged, although they've been struggling a little bit lately. Here's what happened, though. In the last 5 times they reported, in the last 6 reports, the last 5 times, this stock exploded much higher. The one-week average move, almost 10%. Now, the game would and could, of course, of NVIDIA that stands out big time is this is a seriously hot stock. But think about this. When they went public, that was the time to really own it. In hindsight, of woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? $37 million in revenue, up from $65,000 a year before. There weren't a million rounds, right, on the private side. In fact, the stock opened in January 29th, 1999 at just $12. Looking back, one must wonder if there will ever be a stock, an IPO price like NVIDIA's was in 1999. I'm going to bring in now Cleo Capital Managing Director Sarah Kunst. And Sarah, I know the game has changed, right? I mean, golly. And part of it, I hate to say it, I think the financial media played a role in this because every time a company went public, let's say the IPO was 50 and the stock started trading at 75, look how dumb management is. They left all that money on the table. They could have sucked it all out of the public. I mean, everyone was low for the Main Street, the individual investor, just to make a nickel. And so now the idea is to max it to the max. And, of course, all of these IPOs, they open so high, eventually they drift, and it takes a long time just to break even.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that companies are waiting longer to go public. They are raising a ton more money before they do. And so by the time they do, their valuations are so out of whack with the multiples on the street that it's just really, really hard to get it back sort of at a level that feels sane if you're the little guy on Main Street buying that stock.
Now, here's the interesting thing, too, now with these VCs in this private sector. We're seeing now money is coming back, right, into the VC area, particularly when it comes to AI. And a lot of it, though, are the NVIDIAs of the world and the Metas of the world. They're investing in everything also. I mean, again, it feels like there's not – listen, they'll come public at some point, but they're going to be so expensive. What are the pros and cons of that for you?
So the interesting piece, right, is NVIDIA is investing in a lot of these companies, and then they turn around, they take the money NVIDIA invests in them, and they use it to spend back with NVIDIA. And so it is a well-oiled machine that works. It doesn't necessarily mean the company's generating a ton of value outside of that. I would love to see the IPO window open back up again, of course, as a VC. But the other piece of it is that the M&A window is pretty slam shut, too, because Lina Khan does not like it when the big companies buy smaller startups.
She doesn't like it when the small companies buy each other. She don't like any takeovers. All right. She don't like capitalism. That's a whole different story. All right. But I am seeing a spike in mega deals, right? We're not back to 2021 and 2022 levels, but there's 115 so far. What's ironic there, more biotech than AI. What's going on in the biotech sector?
One of the biggest biotech deals, though, was actually an AI deal where they're using AI to find more drugs faster. But I also think you look at things like the names that have had huge success around the vaccines, huge success around Ozempic and some of those weight loss drugs. People are looking for more magic bullet sort of pills or injections that are going to make them a lot of money.
All right, I got to ask you, NVIDIA, after the close, is this your AI play for now, or is it too expensive for you?
You know that NVIDIA has been too expensive for me for a long time.
Right.
So no, it's not the space that I'm looking. I actually am continue to look at those legacy tech deals. I like eBay. I think that what they're doing with AI in visual learning and machine learning is really, really interesting. It's reasonably priced. So NVIDIA, it's a good company. It's just way too expensive for me.
I love the idea now of finding the companies that are using AI the best to generate opportunity and more on the bottom line. So you like eBay?
I like eBay.
Great stuff.
Awesome.
Great seeing you. Love that dress, by the way. It's summertime, folks.